the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant.
Check, check. Rip left. Check, 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 check.
Now.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Hard.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Ready.
42 is the mic.
Oh, you got 10? Check it out. There. Go.
Looking to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. Mother base. Check, 59. Let's go one more. Check 99. Let's right.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on first down. Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
57. Mike, 57.
Check pass, check pass.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Go, go. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
Throwing again. Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check. Slam, slam, slam. Hey,
On 4th down, Love. He's got Adams on the hookup. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Back to throw. Love. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check.
Tight dog. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing again. Love lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's coming to you. Motion.
From the gun, Love. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Draw play. It's Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Right. 33. I got you, boy.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check. Fresno. Check 81. Hey, alert 3.
From the gun, Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harmful.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Sam off.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Touchdown, Carolina! Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 37.
Let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 9 now. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
The 2nd down pass.
Here we go. Here we go.
Complete to
Here we
Robbie
go.
Anderson. 1st and goal, Carolina.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, Mike's 42.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey. Check hot route. Hot. 57. Mike.
On 1st and 10. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the slant. Check 59.
Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back to the air on second down. Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Third down here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Go. Safety creep. Watch safety creep.
On first down, Love. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
You better be afraid.
To throw again. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the... '47-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant.
Watch the screen. Pass. Kill.
Right.
Turn up. Kill.
5.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Rock it.
Switch. You go tight.
You get it.
You go tight.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Ready?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Second and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
You think you gonna get this?
Mike, check, 59. Watch the out. 59's Mike, check, 59. Yo.
Second and 1. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike's 59. Go. Mike's 5'9",
They're not ready. Check.
From the gun, Love. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
59.
You don't know no better.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball here.
On 4th down, Love nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
We go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you.
Gone. Hit it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to McCaffrey. 23 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzed, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw. Love. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little pass.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Under 10. Under 10.
To throw on second down. Love. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Looking to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch the slant. Watch twist.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Samuel, and that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Rock it. Be driven.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 7-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.